The signs he's into you. If you happen to be on a manhunt, you might want to save this for future reference. And guys, you know the drill, confirm or deny in the comments.
Hello, ladies. I'm going to give you 5 signs that a man is falling in love with you. These aren't necessarily things you're used to hearing, so pay close attention. The last sign is the most important, and it's something I've never seen in any YouTube video on the subject. You'll see I'm a bit crude at the end, but it's for your own good, so that you understand. It's really important. Remember, this channel is for women. It's a seduction and couples channel for women. Here we go. First sign. He likes to take you out to dinner, to the movies, to go for a walk with you, whatever. He likes to spend time with you outside the bed. And you'll note a very important point. I didn't just say he goes to the cinema, but he likes going to the cinema with you. And that's very important. There are a lot of guys who have this mentality. Okay, what does she need to maintain my sex pass? This woman, I sleep with her. It goes really well. It's a great plan. It's simple enough to sleep with her regularly. That's fine by me. If from time to time I have to invite her to a restaurant every 2 months, then why not? I put a small coin in the machine and off we go again. There, I reactivate my sex pass subscription and off we go again. That should calm her down for a couple of months. You know what I mean. You really have to learn to distinguish between a man who does activities to get between your pants and one who takes pleasure in being with you. Even activities without money. It could be just taking a walk with you. But you sense that he's genuinely enjoying himself, and that he's not just there to put a small coin in the machine to reactivate the sex pass, because the only thing he's interested in is having sex with you. Second clue. The look in his eyes. A man who looks at you is a man in love. A man who likes you will tend to look you in the eye, stare at you, watch you when you're doing something. It makes him feel good. It gives him pleasure. Men like to look at things we like. They like to look at things we find beautiful. They like to look at things they feel attached to. And there's this virtuous circle that exists in love for both men and women. The more oxytocin you secrete in the presence of someone, the more you'll look at them. And the more you look at someone, the more oxytocin you'll secrete. Oxytocin, also commonly known as the attachment hormone. Third indicator, he appreciates a singular characteristic in you, something he can only find in you, something unique. Maybe it's a little flaw you have. Maybe it's a personality trait. It doesn't matter, but there's something unique about you that he won't find anywhere else, but loves about you. You can ask him. Ask him, "What do you love about me?" It's not a boring question, don't worry. In fact, I think a lot of women should ask this question much earlier in the relationship. I think it can really save you a lot of time and avoid you getting involved with men who, in fact, could have been very sincere about it if you'd asked them the question very clearly. What do you like about me? If there are only answers related to looks and/or the sex act, well, it's likely that this man isn't considering anything serious with you. So ask this question a little earlier in the relationship. It might not be so bad. Fourth indicator, he begins to include you in his future plans. This is the phase that follows the attachment phase, but precedes the commitment phase, during which a man will start testing things out with you. Since he's starting to get attached to you, he's starting to fall in love, so he wants to test out a little bit what it's like when you come into his life. I'd like to take her to the gym with me, because working out is important to me, and I'd like to experience that with her. Because a man in love is going to be desperate to fit her into every area of his life. Fifth indicator, he protects you. Not out of pride or to play the macho who needs to protect his girl. He protects you because, for him, your safety is a priority. Just think what a man would do for his mother. A man wouldn't let his mother be bothered, wouldn't let his mother be sad or unhappy. You start to become precious to him, and for this reason, he may become aggressive if someone takes it out on you. He'll want your safety at all costs. So, the last indicator I'll give you, which is probably the most important, observe his behavior after the orgasm. You've made love together. He came. How does he behave when his balls are empty? Sorry, I'm being a bit vulgar, but sometimes that's the best way to be understood. How does he behave? Generally speaking, men lose their lucidity when they're excited. Then they regain this lucidity after sex. When a man's in love, that's just not true. Because when a man's in love, whether his balls are empty or full, he'll cuddle just as much. He'll be just as affectionate. He'll want to talk to the girl just as much. There will be no difference between how he was before the orgasm and how he is afterwards. Now, if you want to better understand how a man falls in love, I've got a video on this where I really go into detail on all the phases of a man's attachment. I invite you to go and watch it. I've put the link in the description.